Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online class. Today we are going to start a new lesson. Is matter around us pure? Matter in our surroundings can be classified as pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances, elements and compounds are pure substances. In the last class we have studied about elements and compounds, properties of elements and compounds. Now we are going to discuss about mixtures and properties of mixtures. Mixtures are impure substances. Impure substances. Elements and compounds are pure substances. It is a combination of two or more substances in any proportion. Two or more substances in any proportions. Mixtures are made up of two or more substances that are chemically combined with each other. They are not chemically combined with each other. The components do not react with each other. The components can be easily separated by physical methods such as filtration, evaporation, distillation, etc. Now let us see some of the examples of mixtures. See crude oil, seawater, air, ink, gunpowder, salt solution, sugar solution, etc. See crude oil. It is a mixture of various organic compounds. Okay, seawater is a mixture of various salts and water, sodium chloride and water. Next, air. Air is a mixture of various gases such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor and rare gases. Ink. Ink is a mixture of dye and water. Dye and water. Gunpowder. It is a mixture of sulfur, potassium nitrate and carbon. Now we are going to discuss about various properties of mixtures. Okay, mixtures are two or more substances. Mixture may be homogeneous or heterogeneous. The properties of the constituents are retained. For example, in this fruit salad, various fruits are there, different fruits are there. So the different fruits are the different components of this fruit salad of the mixture. So the properties are retained. The properties of the fruits are retained because they are not chemically combined. They do not react chemically. So the properties of the constituents are retained. Next, the components can be separated by physical processes. What are the physical processes? Hand picking, filtration, evaporation, condensation, etc. For example, salt solution. Salt can be separated by evaporation. Next, mixture does not have fixed melting and boiling point. Mixtures do not have fixed melting point and boiling point because the components are not combined chemically. There are two types of mixtures, heterogeneous mixtures and homogeneous mixtures. Look at these pictures. In homogeneous mixtures, the two components are uniformly distributed. In heterogeneous mixtures, the components are not uniformly distributed. What are the two types of mixtures? Heterogeneous and homogeneous mixtures. Now we are going to discuss about heterogeneous mixtures. In heterogeneous mixtures, the components are not mixed uniformly. The components are visible. Components of the mixture are visible. We can easily identify the components by naked eye. The properties of the component are not uniform throughout the mixture. Sand, water. Mixture of sand and water. It is an example of heterogeneous mixture. So look at this part. You can see the amount of water is more and mud particle is less. Here you look at it, mud particles are more, water is less. So the composition is vary in different parts of the mixture. Homogeneous mixture. Now we are going to discuss about homogeneous mixture. The components of the homogeneous mixture are uniformly distributed. They are evenly distributed throughout the mixture. The mixture possesses same property and combination throughout the mass. We can't see the components of the mixture. The components are not visible. Sugar solution is an example. Sugar is mixed with water. We can't see the sugar particles because the sugar particles are evenly distributed in the water and form homogeneous mixture. Now we are going to see some of the examples of homogeneous mixtures. Okay, coffee, milkshake, chocolate, orange juice, puree, cold tomato soup are given in the picture. These are the examples of homogeneous mixture. The components cannot be distinguished. Components are mixed uniformly. So these are the examples of homogeneous mixture. Now we are going to discuss about solution. Solution. How will you define solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Two or more substances mix uniformly and form solution. It is a homogeneous mixture. Why it is called homogeneous mixture? The components are distributed uniformly. Solution consists of two components. What are the two components present in the solution? One is solvent and another one is solute. Okay. Solute and solvent are the two components of a solution. Solution consists of solvent. Solvent dissolves the other component. Okay, the solvent, for example, water. Water is called as universal solvent. So water dissolves the another component. What is another component? That is solute. Example, salt. So water dissolves salt. So water is the solvent. The component of the solution that is dissolved in the solvent is called solute. Example, salt. Salt is dissolved in the solvent. So salt is called as solute. Now we are going to discuss about various properties of solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture. The components of the solution are evenly distributed. They are uniformly distributed throughout the mixture. So solution is a homogeneous mixture. The particles are very small. The particles of the solution are smaller than 1 nanometer in diameter. So the particles cannot be seen by naked eye. We can't see the particles by naked eye because of the size of the particle. Because of the very small size of the particle, they do not scatter a beam of light when passing through the solution. When we pass a beam of light through the solution, the path of the light is not visible. The particles do not settle at the bottom when left undisturbed. The particles of the solution cannot be separated by filtration. Next we are going to discuss about types of solutions. Concentrated solution, dilute solution, saturated solution and unsaturated solution. Based on the amount of solute present in the solution is divided into two types: concentrated solution and dilute solution. In concentrated solution, large amount of solute dissolved in the solution. For example, look at this. Lot of salt is dissolved in water. So this is a concentrated solution. Amount of solute is more. Next, dilute solution. Dilute solution is a solution having small amount of solute. Small amount of solute is dissolved in the solvent. So this is the example of dilute solution. Amount of water is more, the particles are very less in number. So small amount of solute dissolved in the solvent. It gives dilute solution. Saturated solution. At any particular temperature, solution that has dissolved as much solute as it is capable of dissolving is called saturated solution. When no more solute can be dissolved, in a solution at a given temperature is called saturated solution. Saturated solution contains a maximum amount of dissolved solute. Saturated solution consists of maximum amount of dissolved solute at a given temperature. Unsaturated solution. Unsaturated solution contains less than the maximum amount of solute that can dissolve at a particular temperature. If the amount of solute contained in a solution is less than the saturation level, then it is called unsaturated solution. Concentration of solution. Concentration of solution is the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution. So concentration of solution is equal to amount of solute divided by amount of solution. There are three methods to find the concentration of solution: mass by mass percentage of solution, mass by volume percentage of solution, volume by volume percentage of solution. Mass by mass percentage of solution is calculated by mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Mass by volume percentage is calculated by mass of solute by volume of solution into 100. Third one, volume by volume percentage of a solution. Third one, it is calculated by volume of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Volume of solution into 100. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children.